There we go. All right. We have the sound. Thank you so much. Let's see, we got a few. Alex is already on here. Diggo, Crazy Girl, Tyler. Thank you all for joining me today. So, in the beginning, I was saying I have the Google Home, have the Google Home Mini. I'm here to help answer all of your questions about anything you want to know about what these can do. After this video, I'm actually going to publish a brand new video with a really cool hidden feature that I found about the Google Home. So, make sure you tune in for that as soon as this is over. But thank you so much for letting me know that you can hear me. Let me just jump in on my computer right here. So let me know if you have a Google Home in the comments below so that I can know kind of who's here, who's joining me today. So the Google Home Mini has been a really awesome device. So some of the changes that we have from the Google Home to the Google Home Mini, of course, are the size. So this has a 40 millimeter speaker, where the Google Home Mini there's two 2-inch speakers in there. So you have much more deep bass in the Google Home. The Google Home Mini doesn't quite have that much bass, but it still sounds great. So here, I'm going to ask it a few questions. If you have a Google Home nearby, you may want to mute it. Hey Google, how are you today?
Wonderful, thanks.
Well, there you
What can I do for you?
Just doing a little live stream. The only problem
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
I have had with the Google Home Mini is you can't touch the top. So on the Google Home, you can touch to play and pause and activate, but over here you have to actually say a command to activate. Hey Google, tell me about my day.
Hello, Brett. The time is 3:10 p.m. Currently in Linden it's 52 and mostly sunny. Today it'll be mostly sunny with a forecasted high of 53 and a low of 37. Have a nice day. Here's the latest news.
Okay Google,
From NPR
stop.
News Summary at 3 p.m. today.
All right, then on the back of the device here on the Mini, you have the switch where you can mute. Hey Google, stop. There we go. And then over on the home, you have the button where you push. So Pyle says, I have read that it's hard to see the indicator light on the color chalk. Is this true? So he's talking about the light on the very top of the device. So you can see right here when I change the volume, it may be hard to see it right there. You could mount this on a wall. So if you have it up this way, when you are changing the volume or activating the Google Home, you could see the lights that way. But if it's flat, you can barely see it. Let's see if I can get it flat for you guys. Hey Google. And there you can see it barely is shown, where here on the Google Home Mini, you have that flat surface. So if you're at a distance, you can actually look over and just see that it's activated. There is a really cool trick in the Google Home app. You can actually go into the accessibility settings and you can turn on the sound indicator. So when you actually activate the Google Home, when it hears you, it will give you a little chime saying that it heard you, and then you can give your response so that you don't actually have to keep saying something and it's not listening to you. So that's a little cool thing that you can do in case that's a problem when you can't hear it. Yeah, so the price difference, Diggo says that he would have got the Mini if they would have come out with it a few months ago. The Mini just came out this week, and the price difference here with the Google Home, it is $129, and then with the Mini, it is $49. So this is a much easy, you could buy a couple of these for the price of a Google Home, and you can have these in many rooms. So maybe you're going to have one in the bedroom, or you have one in a living room, where I have the Google Home in the kitchen, the main room in the house where I want the best sound. That's where I'm going to put my home. And then the Mini is just in other rooms in the house. So it's more affordable. You don't have to spend so much to get it in every room in the house. And then one of the things that you can do when you have them, it's really easy to set up. You just add your account to the new phone or the new Google Home, and everything syncs over. So all the home control stuff you set up over here on your Google Home, it automatically syncs over all your preferences. It's really nice to be able to have two. One of the cool things that you can do is then you can broadcast audio. So if I want to play a song, it will then play on both of them at the same time. You can create different groups, and you can change that all within the Google Home application. So let me show you guys a really cool thing that, oh, Alex asked, can you use broadcast? So broadcast is a feature where you could have this in the kitchen and this in the basement, and then when you say, hey Google, broadcast time for dinner, cancel.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet,
It
but
will
I'm still learning.
it will then send whatever you say, like it's time for dinner, it will send that to all the other Google Homes in the house. And right now that feature is not available. I've heard a couple months, maybe a month, but that's something that I'm really looking forward to. It's kind of like having an intercom system within your home. You just say it to one and then it broadcasts it throughout the house. As well as they talked about maybe down the road, you could actually say it from your phone, say, hey, I'm coming home with the pizza, and everyone in the house would know that. So you had this little communication going that way. So let's see. So syncing them to Sonos. I don't know too much about this, but they have released a new Sonos that is Chromecast audio compatible. I'm not positive on that one, but I've heard that that is coming soon. Does the Sonos have an auxiliary input? So can you plug like any auxiliary input into the Sonos speaker? If you can, the best solution is to buy a Chromecast audio. Because with the Chromecast audio, that acts as another audio device. So you could have both of these and a Chromecast audio all on the same home group. So then when you play, it will play on these as well as through the Chromecast audio if it's plugged into the Sonos speaker. But I'm not sure if Sonos is able to have that audio input. So I hope that answers your question, Turkey Birdfish. Thanks for joining the live stream today. So then let's see, I got the TP-Link light bulbs and downloaded the app and connected it, but when I asked Google, it says those lights weren't connected. So recently, Google has had some problems with smart home connection, so you may need to actually go in and resync those. You might just have to go in and unlink them and try and relink them again with your account. I haven't checked out those TP-Link light bulbs before, but I can go in and see if I can find any more details through a Google search if there's been any problems. Hey Sean, thanks for joining the live stream today. So if somebody's looking into getting one of these for the first time, what would I suggest? Well, the $49 price on the Mini really is, very easy to go out and purchase it. If you don't want something that has the best sound, like I really like the sound on the Home, but they both have the same features. So if you just want to experiment, want to get into it, the Mini is a great option. Then you can just put it in one room, play with it, see if it works good enough. And then if you're like, hey, I want something with a little more sound, go out and get the Google Home. Then you can have all of that sound, and it sounds really awesome. Should we do a little sound comparison real quick? We'll see how this sounds. Hey Google, play my YouTube playlist.
To hear that on YouTube, you'll need to sign up for YouTube Red at youtube.com/red.
Let's try it on this one. Play my YouTube playlist.
All right, your Google Play Music playlist called YouTube. Here you go.
So this has a really nice deep bass sound to it. It can go really loud. This is only on 4 or 5 out of the 11 that it can go to. Hey Google, sing a song.
The mic is muted.
Let's try that one more time. Hey Google, sing a song.
Yes, I can sing. I like to help you, even if it's strange, so I sing.
So this does have 360-degree speakers, so you can hear it throughout the whole room, but it just doesn't have the bass that can be produced with the original Google Home. So yeah, Rashawn, the Google Home Mini would be a totally great option. And it does come in 3 different colors, so you can get it in the charcoal, or on the Google store, you can get it in coral as well. So let me see, let me fix the account real quick so that I can play music through it. But yeah, you can play any music service. So I could say, hey Google, play Ginger and the Gents.
I looked for Ginger and the Gents
Hey
on
Google.
Google Play Music, but
Play Ginger and the Gents from Google Play Music.
I looked for Ginger and the
Alright, hey
Gents on
Google.
Google Play Music.
Cancel. Hey Garrett, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining today. Let me just go in here. Play music. I need to make sure I play the right songs for you guys. All right. Bedroom speaker. Okay, here is the audio coming out of the Google Home Mini, and this I'm just casting from my phone. So it sounds great. It can actually get really loud. And then let's play that on the Google Home over here. There you go. There's a sound difference between the two. So let's see. Digo asked, is there a new portable Google Home Mini? So this Google Home Mini does require a powered connection, so you can plug in a micro USB. But I have seen a lot of forums lately that are showing that if you have a portable charger, so a battery pack, 5,000 milliamps, whatever, you can actually just take the micro USB, plug it right into Google Home Mini, and it will power the Mini. So you can use it anywhere throughout the home, but you do need to have that Wi-Fi connection. So if you go out and about, it won't work because it doesn't have Wi-Fi unless you have a hotspot that you've connected it to on your phone, like in your car or something. But it does, but it can be used pretty much anywhere in the home, which is really awesome that it has that functionality. Hang on real quick. All right, so why do you think Google Home doesn't go to 11? So if you ask it to go to 11, it actually doesn't turn up all the way to 11. That might just be some restrictions on making sure you don't blow out the speaker. When I turn it up, it does have 11 notches there, but that just may be something that is restricting it so you don't hurt the speaker in any way through voice. But yeah, I don't know why you can do it here and not through voice. I played with that. I couldn't figure out why. All right, so here, Turkey Birdfish asks if you can have two Google Homes and two Chromecasts play the same music at the same time, but you only have to, but with the Chromecast and built-in Chromecast like a Sony TV, you actually can't do group audio between all of them. They have to be an actual Chromecast audio device. That's just how Google made it. I don't know why Chromecast can't be a part of the audio stream, but you can only play, like, if I want to play Netflix from my Google Home to the TV, that's all I can do. I can't have Netflix play throughout all the speakers. That's just how they've locked it in. I don't know the answer of why only audio devices are able to pair with other audio and not actual Chromecast devices. And the Chromecast, I'm talking about like a Chromecast video. So if you're casting music, you can say, hey, Google, play music on my Chromecast, and it will do that, but it won't play music throughout these and the Chromecast at the same time. It can only do the audios as a group, and I'm not sure on the reasoning behind all that. Jose, thanks for streaming. He says, well, thank you for joining today. If you guys like this, make sure you like it, share it with your friends. I'll try and do this more often if this is something that you guys would like to see. And hey, if you want to hit that super chat button, and if I answer your question, feel free to do that. Yeah, I wish I had more time to upload more videos. There's just so much to talk about, and I want to make sure that you guys know all that you can do. So how do I make the Google Home have a male voice? So is how you do that is you need to go on the Google Home app and go into the preferences. So you need to choose your account, go into preferences, and then you get the option to do assistant voice. And so here is the original voice. And then here you can do
Hi, I'm your
the male
Google
voice.
Assistant, here to help you throughout your day.
Now I have heard that this isn't supported in many other countries right now. Only the US, I think, has the dual voices, so that might be coming out soon to more countries. I'm just not sure on that. Okay, Jose asks, what is the meaning of Google Audio and Google Video? So these devices, so this is a Google Video device, the Chromecast. So I plug this into my TV. I can then play from my phone. I can play any video. So I can play YouTube videos on my TV. I can play, I should have had this set up. I can play all the apps over here, Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, any music app I can play over here on the Chromecast. Well, these devices are set as Chromecast audio device. And there's another one called a Chromecast audio, which that specifically will only play through an audio or play audio through maybe like a receiver or something with an audio that has a auxiliary jack input. So that's the difference between a video and an audio. Audio devices can be grouped together all in one, where the video devices are only video. You can't play a video and then have the audio go to a different speaker. The video and audio streams go together to the Chromecast and they all play in one device. And that's kind of how that works. I hope that makes sense to you all. Sorry, I'm trying not to say the key phrase. I do try and use the hey and then the Google more because that won't activate phones, but it does activate Google Home devices. So if you want to hear your name come through this Google Home, make sure you leave a super chat. And,
The mic's back on.
We'll do some name games if anybody wants to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard on like when a charger will be released, the magnet on the bottom. I haven't played with that. You're saying, does the Mini have a bottom magnet on the bottom? That'd be pretty cool. I thought of just putting like a command strip on the bottom, and then I could mount it right up here on the wall, and then it's just always there, and you can talk to it at any time. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Does anyone have any other questions that I can answer about the Google devices, Google Home, Google Chromecast? I have a bunch of new videos planning to come out. One on how you can stream YouTube TV to your Chromecast or mirror your Android phone, as well as if you have a Gear VR. So with Samsung, so with the Gear VR, you can plug your phone into this. There's a new model with the Galaxy Note 8. You plug your phone into here, but you can actually use a Chromecast and mirror what you see in here onto the Chromecast. So everyone else in the room can see what you're playing while you're inside the VR. And that's a really cool little demo that I'll be bringing to you soon. And then I do plan on doing a full like tutorial on what's the difference between these two other than the live stream, maybe more in depth on why you would want the Google Home or the Google Home Mini. So do I use IFTTT? I have in the past. So if this then that is a program that allows you to connect multiple services together. So you can have Google Home connect to that and have it connect to other services and go together, but I haven't spent too much time playing with it with the Google Home. I will do that eventually, just right now it hasn't been a priority. I kind of like to show you guys what is available on the Google Home without having to connect to other third-party services, but I do plan to get into a lot of those features. YouTube TV is expensive. Yeah, $35 a month. It just depends if you're already paying cable. You know, cable's $90 a month, and you probably aren't watching all the channels. So YouTube TV is a smaller package and $35 a month. But the coolest thing is you say, hey, I want to watch this show, and it records every show that you want to watch. So you don't have to be there the time it's airing. It records it for you. You go back and you can play it at any time. I think that's really cool. So can I create notes? Tommy asks, can I create notes in Google Keep with the Google Home Mini? So a few months ago, Google removed the option to create a note in Google Keep. So you would actually add something to your shopping list and it would add it to a Google Keep shopping list. But that functionality was removed. It now uses the shopping list directly in the Google Home app, or you actually just go to Google Express. There's a separate application you can download called Google Express, and anything that you do will show up in there. So if you want to add something to a shopping list, that would make it a note, and then you could copy and paste it somewhere else. One of the new features you can also do is you can add Remind Me. You can add, you can use the Remind Me feature. So like, hey Google, remind me to go to the store at 4 o'clock.
Your reminder, go to the store for today at 4 p.m. is ready. Do you want to save it?
Yes.
All right, reminder saved.
And so then that will save it as a note, or I think that actually syncs with Google Keep. I need to look into that a bit more, but then you will be able to see those notes that you made in Google Keep when you've set it as a reminder. And then the cool thing is with the new reminder, it will actually give you a notification and it will show one little light. And then that means your reminder is ready, and you just say, hey, what's my reminder? And it will tell you exactly what the reminder is. All right, so we had a few more questions come up here. So can you mirror the VR Note, the Note 4 VR to the Chromecast? That is a good question. It's all done within the Oculus app. I'm not sure. I don't have any more Note 4s, but you will just go into the Oculus app, and then I think you go into like the second tab, and not the where you're looking at all the games. Go into My Library, and at the top you'll see the Chromecast icon. And if it's there, then yeah, you'll be able to mirror your Note 4 over to the device. Well, how's your voice, Mel? Well, I'm a Mel, and that makes my voice a Mel. I'm just kidding. So that's a new function that came to the Google Home here in the US. So you can actually go into the settings, the more settings of your phone, and go to preferences, and then you can change the voice from female to male. And sounds a little different. You know, I kind of like the female voice. She's very hip and spunky. The male voice does have a little bit of that. So let's ask it to play a song. Sing a song.
Songs, songs, songs. I love singing songs. The end.
So it still has all those different phrases. You can ask it anything and everything. Yeah, so they removed the center button here. Cats. They removed the touch to control the Google Home Mini. There apparently was a glitch or something, but before it even came out, they removed that functionality. So you can't pause or play on the top of the Google Home Mini. You do have to use the voice command to be able to stop and start that. So how do you get the Google beta on the device? Because, well, if you go into the settings of the Google Home, then you go into the devices tab and click settings of the Google Home, you can actually join the preview program. So the preview program allows you to see features about 2 weeks before they actually come out. So if features are different, it's because of that. The other option is maybe just the update hasn't been pushed out to your Google device yet. And you can also go to the Google Home Help Center to check on the features, and then check to see if your firmware version is the most up-to-date to see if it has been added to your device. All right, so one of the cool things that I'm going to show you in my new video is this feature where you can create custom commands. I have shown it before in the past, but today I'm going to go in a little more in depth onto actually different conversation pieces that you can have. So here I'm going to ask the Google Home, hey Google, what do you want to do today?
I don't know. Hey Google, what do you want to do today?
Oh, it broke, but it will keep asking back and forth, what do you want to do? What do you want to do today? And it's really fun. I tried to make it say like they do in the Jungle Book, the birds or the vultures, what we gonna do, and go back and forth. But you do have to be kind of specific in the phrases that you use, or Google doesn't understand what you're talking about. And you'll see the video; it will show you all the details of what you want to do there. And I'm gonna let's see. A few other questions real quick. Do you use Philips Hue? I don't have any Philips Hue yet. I would like to get some in the future. With Philips Hue, you are required to connect to a hub. I have purchased the LifeX bulbs. That's what I have here in the background. So the LifeX bulbs, they don't require a hub. So you just have to connect them right to your router, and then you can control them with the Google Home. Yeah, and I haven't seen the Ikea set yet come out. I'm kind of waiting for those to see the price, and then I'll see if I can get a few and talk about them. So far for the Google Home covers, like the bottoms of these, you would have to buy them from Google. I haven't seen them in any stores yet. Are the Ikea Lights Out? I don't know if I saw them when I was there the other day, but yeah, I'd love to look into those and show you guys how you can use them and connect them with all the different devices. French, sorry to hear that the Google Home Mini was sold out. Should be coming back pretty soon. All right, guys, I'm going to go and hit publish on this other video all about how to have the Google Home and the Google Home Mini talk to each other. So I just want to say thank you all so much for joining me today. Last question here is the Google Home Mini is $49 here in the United States. So $49 versus $129. You can pick up a few of these, put them in multiple rooms for the price of one of these, but this has really good sound. I've really enjoyed both the Google Home, so I'm really excited to show more features that they both have and what they can do for you. You're going to stay here all day. Well, there are a few cool other details I didn't talk about yet that came to the Google Home. One of them is you can turn on night mode. So at a certain time at night, you can actually set this to only have a certain volume. So let's say you want it to be a volume 4 after 9 p.m. You can go in and do that. So when you ask a command, it's not going to give a really loud response. You know, I have kids, and if they're asleep, I don't want it to wake them up. So that's a cool feature that you can find in the settings under the devices tab. There's also now a default player mode. So let's say I always play from this Google Home, I always have it play on my kitchen TV. I can set that as the default. So when I say play Stranger Things from Netflix, it automatically puts it on the right TV if I have multiple Google Homes in the house. Or you can do the same with like an audio device. So if I always play music from here, I could have it automatically play music throughout the whole sound or throughout the whole house, or I could have it play music through my other Chromecast device. Maybe I'm using this in my room, but I have a nice sound system with a Chromecast audio device connected. I can actually have it play directly to here. So those are some of the new big updates that have been put out. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. If this video was helpful, please like it and share it. And when it becomes fully published, you can come back in, comment on it. But make sure you go and check out the new video right now. Let me give you guys a link that you can just automatically jump over to that new video so you can learn about how to create these custom commands through shortcuts via the Google Home. I hope that worked on the chat there. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.